Welcome to Monaco for this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. It's a race that is truly steeped in history, but before the drivers turn their attention to winning, they first need to get through today's tricky practice session. Lowes hairpin is the slowest corner of any track on the Formula One calendar. It's taken at just 48 kilometers an hour, but provides a stunning view on the first lap as the entire grid bunches up and tiptoes through the corner, hoping not to leave any carbon fibre parts behind.
This is such a tight bend that a special steering rack is used just to get around this very corner, as the cars would not normally be able to make the turn. There is the possibility of overtaking through Lowes, but more often than not, you'll end up damaging your car.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
Here we are at one of the most difficult circuits on the racing calendar. Welcome to Monaco for today's Formula One qualifying. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Lots of low-speed exits means the rears are in for a lot of punishment. It's all too easy to spin them up coming out of a corner too aggressively. It might look great for us as spectators, as we love to see a car driven beyond its limits, but it's not going to result in a great long-run pace.
Hey, it's Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
Motor racing has come a long way since the first Grand Prix of the early 20th century. We have faster cars, bigger circuits, highly trained drivers who've dedicated their lives to racing. But still, we return here. Still, it remains the most desired victory in Formula One. Still, we race the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. And as the drivers start thinking about getting a good start and how on earth to get through Sandevot in one piece, I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, if we might be seeing a safety car or two today.
Well, you wouldn't exactly bet against it, would you? Statistically, it is pretty common, of course. About 80% of all Monaco Grand Prix will have at least one safety car. And that's despite the incredible work of the marshals around here, who you'll often see lifting cars out of the way just under the yellow flag conditions. The teams will always plan for the worst-case scenario, though, and they'll be making sure various caution periods are built into their strategy models for the race.
No heroics into Sandevot, please. We're in amongst the pack and just need to stay in one piece.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Nico Rosberg is on pole position today after coming out on top of a difficult qualifying, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo, and Raikkonen, Button, Bottas, Alonso, and Sergio Perez, Massa, Hülkenberg, Daniel Kvyat, and Sainz, Grosjean, Ericsson, Pascal Wehrlein, and Rio Haryanto, Sauber and Palmer, Kevin Magnussen, and Esteban Gutierrez completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So don't go too high with the revs. to finish the race on this compound. Okay, car behind is now running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car behind. Marcus is pitting now. Marcus is in the pits. There's only one lap of fuel remaining. Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Nico Rosberg, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day? On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.